So Galway Community Circus wanted to create a project to support the mental well-being of young people and communities, and we wanted particularly to create a performance around the site of the River Corrib, which is one of Europe's fastest flowing rivers, and one of the shortest rivers, but also it has a very tragic side to it, because a site where many people die by suicide. So we kind of had this idea to use the art of funambulism to create a spectacle, a performance over the river that would give people hope.
It was magical. Like I can't think of a better word. Like
I feel emotional now just thinking about it. You know, it was amazing.
But I could feel everybody else as well, you know, going, you do it, do it, do it, do it. And then in my body, I was going, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Definitely, to sum up, the more subtle aspects of Wires Cross and Lifeline being looking after each other.
That day is something that is magic in my mind, and I will just remember that, the feeling of community spirit and pride in each other, and happiness and joy in that moment.
Then here locally in Galway, back in 2015 and early 2016, was the kind of youth mental health crisis was becoming really apparent, and there was more talk about within the community, like what could be done.
So through Lifeline, we decided that we wanted to run a national participation program where we could take the activity out to people not just in Galway but also across the country as well. So this is how we taught all of the people to wire walk that then came and took part in the spectacle itself, which was in Galway in July. I really think from so many angles this project has brought out probably the entire range of emotions that a person could feel.
Scary, like, even though you know you can't really fall very far, it's the sensation of like not knowing, I think, that makes it scary, but also very excited. It's a very strange feeling because it's not just something scary, it's also something really amazing. Like, you know that you're doing something that's very, very cool. And it's the sensation of like not knowing, I think, that makes it scary. So it's definitely like an adjustment to learn the process of it. I think going on to the higher ones, again, it felt completely different. They feel like different skills nearly to me, because when you're on the higher one, it's not just that you have to like walk the wire, it's you have to like trust that your feet won't fall off, pretty much. And I think like as an aerialist, like I'm so used to knowing my strength. Like I know if I'm gonna fall because I know when my hands are gonna give out. But it's so different with tight wire because you have to just believe that your feet will stay on. Like there's nothing you can do to prepare yourself apart from practicing. Like you're attached at the top, you're not gonna fall in. There's when the wobble kicks in, it was a lot, the one across the water was a lot longer than the ones that we'd practiced with. So you get to the middle and you're like, oh, there's still so much to go. And you're like holding your breath and you're like trying to get there. And like I got to the end and Tony was at the end and he was like, no, stop, like enjoy it, like enjoy this moment. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to enjoy this. Like this is a really great experience. And it was really nice to like sort of be reminded to like, this is such a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, well I suppose for me, like with everything else that I did in circus, wire crossing did not come naturally to me at all. I have to surrender everything to this pole and go with it, because if I don't, I'm going to fall. And then getting to the end and seeing the platform and going, don't jump for the platform, don't jump for the platform. And like, just Moxie was standing at the end, and just, I could feel his will for me, but I could feel everybody else's will, you know, going, you do it, do it, do it, do it. And then in my body, I was going, do it, do it, do it, do it. And then just getting to the other end, and like, my legs just feeling like they'd left me, they'd done their purpose. And like, I wasn't like standing up cheering, everything like that there. It was such an internal celebration for me, because it was like everything just went inside me and I just crumbled.
I had originally signed up for Wires Crossed, which was the Galway 2020 project, and I did a few sessions there. And then everybody else had come from quite a strong circus background, and you know, there was like aerialists and there was jugglers and there was all this sort of thing. And then I had done a bit of yoga, and that was basically my that was it. Like, it's only kind of afterwards that I realized, like, I suppose when you're in the thick of it, the end goal is all that you see, but it's then kind of afterwards people have kind of gone, you did what? Well, I'm free, so I'm now volunteering for whatever the hell you need. So, and they were great. They were like, they totally took me in and gave me loads of jobs to do. Yeah, which was brilliant. So like I think from the Tuesday or Wednesday, I was like totally involved. You know, I was doing, you know, and that was great because I got to see the whole process from both sides. I got to meet, because I was checking everybody in, so I actually got to meet everybody that was doing the crossing. I got to talk to loads of the kids and loads of the instructors and loads of the trainers. I got to meet the professionals, which was really amazing. Like, so that was, I felt like such a part of the project because of that. Like, I wasn't just turning up and walking, but I feel the lasting benefit to my physical self-confidence has been huge. Yeah, like I feel quite emotional talking about it, but like, but like my confidence in my physical abilities, like as what I can do, like, cause I'm nearly 50, like I'm 48 years old. So to learn a new physical skill at that age, like when most people are kind of thinking, oh, I've got a dodgy knee or I've got a dodgy hip or something, but to learn a new physical skill and to do it well at this age, like I was so proud of myself.
Because everybody's different, you have to approach everybody differently. If it's an adult class and they just want to have a stretch and they want to have a walk because they want to get out of the house, you know, then it's about facilitating that. But you might find one person in there who has the goal of going across the river, and then you might focus on things a bit differently with them. Then also recognizing certain patterns in people's behavior, certain nervousness, certain psychologies, certain facets of how the mind reacts and how that displays physically. There's a couple of telltale signs, you know, stress, you know, tears, all of that sort of stuff, anxiety, and you don't want to push someone too far into there. All you can really do is say, no, I believe you, the option is here, I think you will be fine, we can go together. But you're not going to push, you can bring a horse to water, you know, you're not going to put them in the uncomfortable zone, but you can just make them aware that I think the uncomfortable zone is safe for you.
They were so helpful. All of them just had this like deep peace. They were like so calm, and I think because when you're on the wire, you're so focused, but if you do get the wobble, for me anyway, I was like panicking. You would look across and they'd be like, breathe, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I need to breathe. It's fine, I just need to breathe.
And then when it starts wobbling side to side, but then I'd always remember like Tony at one stage just like, and he could see me wobbling away and he just said push down, and then you push down, and the wire because the wire can only move in one plane, so it'll either move side to side or it'll move up and down. And if you force it to move up and down, it'll only move that way. And then it's much more of a, you can go with the motion of it.
If you're dealing with people that are so scared, like it's a scary thing, or like, if to go really high and just like hope you don't fall is something that I think takes a lot of patience to teach. And they had so much patience, and they were so caring, and they really made it such an amazing experience for sure.
It reassured me that I don't have to be scared of everything. The teacher saw that I had the ability to do it, and he said, yeah, go on, look, you'll be fine. And of course I didn't believe that, but I had to put some faith in him, having, him being the teacher and all that. So yeah, and then that built a lot of my belief in myself when it came to the skill, and then also being able to take that back into my normal life and say, no, if somebody says, look, you're well able to do that, then they might know a thing or two about you.
I can't even put into words like how amazing they were. Like, they were so supportive, and they genuinely wanted people to succeed. So you really felt that energy when you were working with them. Everyone, even like the other participants, like everyone was so supportive, and it sort of turned into like a little family. Like everyone would be like, yeah, you can do it, like whenever we would watch each other. And like Tony and Vincent, they were so calm and like so like certain that everyone could do it, that you were like, yeah, maybe we can do it. Like